Okay, so let's see if this is going to work. I think we need to shoot the gun first.
I had to stoop to the brink of pornography to obtain it, but it would be worth it.
Should we first get it wet, and then we apply it to the tire?
The chewing gum was exactly what I needed to fix the bike.
Nice.
I'm afraid it didn't stick to my gloves, or I'd have to spend half a day cleaning them. The chain remained the last obstacle to freedom, but fortunately, I had the keys with me.
We have 2 keys. Not sure if it's gonna work or not.
One of the 2 keys opened Green Dart's lock. The other was still a mystery, but it seemed ancient.
That actually looks like a sewer key, guys. The shape. But, let's unlock Green Dart.
Ah!
What the? Oh, no, 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 no.
What clumsy hands!
I had... I think
You
I
had what?
felt a twinge in my hand.
And you scored! What a shot!
Which physical law of the universe causes keys to inevitably fall inside the only manhole nearby? Opening the grate with bare hands was impossible. Besides, inside it seemed empty, so I imagined there must be a long drop beneath it. I saw no alternative. To recover the key, I would need to penetrate the sewers, but this would take time, and I had already wasted too much. By then, the sun was almost setting. I decided to head out immediately, hoping not to miss the appointment.
And we are at an alleyway. Homeless person. Whoa, whoa!
Damn cat!
Am I afraid of cats? I see another cat here in the shadow, twigging his ears. Hello, mister.
Hey, are you okay? No answer. Not even a twitch or perceptible movement. Then I realized how things really were. The man wasn't breathing.
He wasn't breathing? Or maybe he's not a man. It's only a costume. There's nothing there. What? Whoa! What the heck is this? The boogeyman.
Lazarus Bundy, forgive this production, but I can't be with you in person for reasons beyond my control. The young Malsberg's kidnapping is just the first piece of a complex puzzle, a plan which, if not stopped, threatens to drag all of us to our doom. I leave the responsibility in your hands, Detective. Catherine Malsberg must be found, and her kidnappers brought to justice. Look for my symbol.
Your symbol. Who the heck is he? And why this setup? What? The lights went out, guys?
I forced myself to interpret all this like a very bad joke. I failed. I started with the conviction to end my challenge with Ramos, and yet I found myself receiving a brand new one. The tone of that man suggested only determination, not a single trace of mockery, nor even a perceptible tremble. That guy really believed what he said. I immediately realized that he wasn't a mythomaniac. Racking my brain would have been useless, so I decided to go back home and sleep on it. Maybe the night would bring much needed insight, and the next day I'd know what to do.
But I just got there, come on! Haven't explored the alleyway yet. November 12th, Law's apartment. Whoa, I look
This
different.
was happening more and more often. I hadn't slept much, and I almost had the feeling I dreamed everything. Had I really received a bloody challenge from a lunatic with a mask?
Okay, look the same now. Wow.
I needed confirmation, and the HPD office seemed the best place to look for it. Today's Miami Harbinger. Who knows if it might suggest something interesting.
The daily paper. Let's take a look. God doesn't need us.
Father Verb, one of the most influential and controversial figures of our time. The Harbinger had even published the first page in color in his honor. Years before he had received the Nobel Prize for, I don't remember what reason. Then he disappeared from the scene. Apparently he had recently decided to return with a book attacking the project Alternative Sentence, launched by the United Nations a few years earlier. I didn't know much about it, but I suspected that soon everybody would be talking about it.
The pattern of... Okay, what is the name of the book again? The pattern of God? Okay, so he made a comeback, huh? A blurb. Whoa, the Harbinger is on the trail of the mysterious executive producer. For a few months, we have been following the story of a successful but unknown producer, and we have now decided to share what little information is available with you. Appearing out of nowhere a few months ago, Adam, allegedly his name, but believed to be a fake one, began funding projects with only a single common denominator. They would all go on to become big hits, earning him the prestigious Executive Producer of the Year award, as decided by the readers of our entertainment insert. So far, all attempts to track him down have been in vain, making Adam part of the growing group of anonymous personalities that dominate the newspaper pages, from the writer Elena Ferrante to the renowned artist Bansky. So no one knows who he is. And what if he is Father Verbal himself? He's getting all the headlines on the front page. Isn't that what he wants? HPD refusing to share state of the blowtorch case.
The HPD refused to share their progress on the blowtorch investigation. It was standard procedure. Initially maintaining absolute radio silence from the press, and then throw them a little bone in the days after. Unless Gwendolyn Pratt had an interest in the story. That snake would have been able to slip into Burton's office through the window just to get the scoop. The HPD refused to share their progress on the blowtorch investigation. It was standard procedure.
Yes. Is that all? Miami Harbinger. So, alright. Can we go back to the world map? Can I go back to the alleyway?
I had to go to Molesberg's mansion as soon as possible. To do that, I faced two problems. I had to convince Seamus Burton to give me access to the crime scene, and recover the keys that kept Green Dart imprisoned, which I accidentally dropped in the sewer. It would also be useful to visit the alley again, where, just a few hours before, I received the challenge. In the daylight, some new clue might emerge.
Yeah, a challenge from an unknown person wearing a mask. Shall we check the mailbox?
Despite having customized it and made it ridiculously cool, it was still a wretched carrier of bad news. I was sure I would find only bills and late payment warnings. Sometimes it's better not to know, so I didn't open it.
Okay, back to the world map. Can go back to the alleyway. So, Moosburg resident is that way. I want to go here first.
The hike from the previous evening was enough. I had to regain possession of Green Dart.
Why? Why can't I go back there? Come on. I want to check out that projection. That egghead. Egghead that is projector. I want to see what that is about. Okay, back to the headquarters then. Hey, look at that piece of gum. Still there, guys. Let's check with Willow. Good morning.
Hey, Willow. I need permission to enter, Willow.
The HPD is not open to civilian. You should know that full well. But if you need to press charges, let me know.
I came to visit Seamus, Willow. Is it necessary to be part of the CIA to see him?
Curious that you mentioned the CIA.
Oh, God. Let's just do this old school. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours. Deal?
Actually, there is one thing an ignorant peasant like you could do for me. Do you see that red sports car?
It's impossible not to see that fireball.
A fireball parked for 3 days in a spot reserved for a public official, namely me. I tried to have it towed, but they just ignored me.
I can't imagine why, but okay. I'll make that car disappear sooner than you can formulate another conspiracy theory.
If you need technical support, let me know.
I'll go check the level of the sea saltiness to verify it's up to code. Huh?
I'll go check the level of the sea's saltiness to verify it's up to code.
The sports car? Who does it belong to? So looks like I cannot go inside the headquarters, huh?
To enter the building, you needed a specific pass that the camera would check before opening the door. Leo
Yep.
was the one responsible for distributing the entry passes.
DDC77HFN.
If I wanted to gain access to the HPD, the Roadster would have to disappear from that parking spot. Some men are able to move a car with their bare hands, as if it were a toy. I was never one of them.
Reserve parking. I do have a phone here, guys. Can we call a towing company? Okay, what about contacts? Willow, Burton, and Mom.
I wondered what my mother was doing at that precise moment. It had been years since we last spoke. Anyway, I had other things to worry about.
It's been years, huh?
I'd rather talk to him in person. Just having to talk to him in person from time to time was enough. Besides, my phone calls with Wheelo lasted 20 seconds at most. Then he hung up. Anti-interception measures, he said.
Well, it looks like the green dot still in pretty good shape.
It was Green Dart, my customized mountain bike. At the moment, it was still chained to that streetlight.
Still safe and sound. Okay, I don't know what to do here. Well, let's check out the other area. The busy area. Okay, I do have a key, a spacebar key. So, toolbox. Toolbox! Can I break into the right car? Nice.
An inviting toolbox, stuffed with the lights of 1,000 uses. Maybe in there I'd have found something that might have helped me get rid of the illegal
Yeah!
parking.
Hey, you! What are you trying to do?
I was checking that all tools are in compliance with the security regulations for roadworks.
Are you a trade unionist?
No, I'm just a citizen who values the safety of our good masons risking their lives every day.
If you really care about your health, leave those tools alone.
So it looks like we have to distract him again. We did it once already with the magazine. Wonder if he has flipped through this magazine yet or not. I really want to see the surprising look on his face. I need a tool. And I need a distraction. Again. Okay, who is this guy? A tourist? It's a woman.
She was planning to commit to film every detail that might be worth showing to her relatives. That fountain was horrible. I didn't know why she took pictures of it so earnestly.
The fountain? Can I borrow your camera?
She was planning
Ma'am,
to commit to film every detail. That fountain was...
I need that camera.
He was getting down with that guitar.
Yup. The fake magazine.
I was happy to get rid of that magazine, and I wanted things to stay that way.
Fountain. The poster, is this new?
Ramos was everywhere, constantly reminding me of the thrashing I suffered. Ramos was everywhere.
Toolbox.
I had nothing else to say to that fake Frenchman.
I need a tool. A lockpick. Not a poster. Hey, what is this? There's an extra item, a marker.
It was a permanent marker. One of those that will never fade, even with acid.
Hey Willow, can I borrow this?
Hey, Wheelo, do you mind if I borrow this marker for a while?
What do you have to do?
I can use it to get rid of your illegal Parker.
Alright, go ahead and take it. I prefer the old methods anyway.
I will never understand why you keep using quills instead of normal ballpoint pens.
Pens contain microchip for satellite tracking. Didn't you know that?
Well... you never know, guys.
Bullets in Love, the box office smash hit movie of the recent months. The classic predictable thriller where at the end the killer turns out to be, spoiler alert, the main character.
Sports car. I mean, write something on the car. Write something offensive.
It would have surely forced the car owner to move it away, but I would have exposed myself too directly.
No.
What I needed was a more cunning and indirect approach.
I kind of want to invite a whole family of birds to stay here at this very location, guys. There's a tree right above the car. I want them to all poop at the same time. But we don't help us get rid of the car. The driver will come running here to drive it away. Oh, I like that idea. Using a flock of birds, I like it. Okay, what are we doing with the marker? The marker? Now let's look at his brick wall.
The wall had recently been stuck on, so it definitely had more refined look compared to the rest of the building. The masons seemed to be maniacally attached to that brick wall. Maybe I could take advantage of this weakness. I would need something with which I could vandalize the wall.
You mean a marker? What? Maybe do something here on that side. Yeah, I think that side is done already. So if we mess up that area, it will turn that way. Then we can take the tool away from the toolbox.
Maybe.
Okay, not the magazine, but
I
the brick
consider
wall.
myself a bad boy exactly for these kinds of ideas.
Yeah.
Hey, boss. Some punk must have targeted your amazing brick wall.
The Birdman. Yeah, here's my chance. Toolbox.
There it was. The kleptomaniac's heaven. Found an adjustable wrench,
And
a worn out but still usable mallet,
and
and a brand new measuring tape.
those items. Do you want me to break the car window? I don't know how to use these items. I was looking for a lockpick. Maybe set the alarm. Maybe pound it. Mallet and nails. A wrench. Tape measure. Is there an open window in here? I can use a tape measure to hook that window door open. So sports car. Okay, let me try some of these items here.
It was a long and robust tape measure. When I was a kid, I used one of those to flick the light switch without being seen, making my father panic.
Do it.
Was it really worth it?
Do you really want me to break the window? I don't know.
It would have surely forced the car owner to move it away, but I would have exposed myself too directly.
What if
I
I
needed was a more cunning and indirect approach.
if I throw the hammer from afar?
No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't see a good reason to do that.
The wrench is the same thing, guys.
It would have surely forced
Yeah.
the car owner I needed.
The magnets. Magnets. Can I combine the tape?
Better think about
That
it.
is an extendable measuring tape. So
I thought it was better to look for another solution.
okay, looks like I have more items on this side. I forgot the notepad, cigarettes, magnets.
I was all out of ideas.
What about the fire hydrant? Can I do something with that? The wrench.
Firemen usually open the main valve, from which a powerful water jet would come out. Would it be useful to get rid of the sports car?
Not powerful enough to push the car, but we'll try anyway. Maybe it will work.
If the parking culprit lived nearby as I suspected, he would certainly witness the disaster that was about to befall his roadster.
Wow.
I let the water pressure do the rest. Now, it would just be a matter of time.
That's a very, very, very tiny jet. That's not powerful enough. Oh, wait, is he inside? He's actually inside. What?
The place is all yours, Willow.
The driver is inside the car all this time.
Lazarus Bundy. What a chance encounter.
And things go from bad to worse.
Who are you? Are you my boss?
Man, I didn't realize how dirty Green Dart was. I really need to deal with something else right now. Come back later, okay?
Information can't wait. But above all, it's the American people who can't wait. They deserve to know. And right now, they are crying out to hear what law enforcement is doing to protect the great country which is America. In particular, what Lazarus Bundy is doing to prevent a dangerous criminal from continuing to slaughter innocent people.
Well, I could tell you about how my brain practically spilled out of my ears from the beating I took just to save a girl, but then your article would read, Detective Bundy loses brain and culprit.
That means you had some gray matter left when you let the metro artist and the nightclub gigolo slip through your fingers?
Is giving nicknames to criminals the best you can do, apart from appearing just when something goes wrong?
Gotcha. You're admitting the last case went wrong. Rumor has it that this umpteenth failure was also your last failure, Bundy. Rumor is that Seamus Burton refused to have your back after Blowtorch, the monster that shook Miami, escaped capture.
Rumor is also that a certain detective could sue a certain imposter for slander.
Do you want to stand against the freedom of the press? I have the people on my side.
Are you talking about those morons that read your sensationalist and defamatory stuff?
Very well. The Red Scarf Detective insults honest citizens.
Why am I still talking to you?
Because I'm about to give you a loophole out of this spiral of failure. In 2 days, I'll be shooting a special in front of Ramos's house. A program in which I'll reveal all the info I have on live television, whether provided by official sources or not.
And I should be that official source, I suppose. You know, I think I'll respectfully decline your proposal.
I got wind that the detective in charge of the case had voluntarily let David Ramos get away. According to a credible witness who wished to remain anonymous for safety reasons, there could be a history of corruption behind this.
I've never accepted a bribe in my entire life, Brad. You know that full well.
That is your truth. Do you think it's intriguing enough to become the preferred truth of the people? The ball is in your court, Bundy. It's up to you to decide whether to shoot it or pass. Bye-bye.
Back at ya. Bye-bye.
So that harpy had chosen her scapegoat to sacrifice to the national press. What was I supposed to do at that point? Would I go back where it all started, or would I let them tear me apart without even trying to defend myself?
Hey, Lars. Was Gwendolyn Pratt the woman you were talking to?
What? Don't be silly. You know Pratt avoids me like a plague. Never mind that. What do you have to say about my parking job?
Yes, an impressive performance. Although I'd have done it faster.
Stop wearing out my eardrums and grant me permission. This is my modified temporary pass. I was sure I lost it years ago.
I kept it as a symbol of your egocentrism. You're the first and only one to ever insist on having his photo on a temporary pass.
Thank you, Willow. Okay, so that was Willow parking in his spot. This is his car, guys.
A Korean piece of junk, ugly as its owner's mug. I prefer the car of the illegal parker.
It's a van.
I wouldn't want a car like that even if it was a gift. Not to mention that Green Dart could probably go faster than that beater, with less pollution.
Willow, hey, look at that. The license plate is his name. W1LO. L0, W1L0. Anyway, thank you, Willow. Now, I think we can go inside the headquarters. Yep. Hello, everyone. Miss me? Hello?
I'd never seen that girl before then. Evidently, she had replaced Burton's old secretary, who recently retired. The change hadn't been unfavorable.
How about this guy?
My colleague was visibly focused on a case of the utmost importance.
So Burton's office, the chief inspector is that way. I don't think he's in. There's no one in. So let's talk to the assistant, the new assistant.
Hey there.
Good morning. What can I do for you?
How formal. In this office, the air is already stuffy despite the windows being open.
You are right. This is an office, sir. Therefore, there's a standard we must adhere to, and I can't afford to make mistakes.
First day of work, huh?
First day of internship, actually.
Terrifying. Once I did an internship at a post office, and I was forced to lick stamps for 3 months. Eventually, I acquired the ability to climb walls with my tongue.
That's not my case. This is exactly the place I'd like to be.
Are you kidding me?
The mystery-filled atmosphere. The walls soaked with a strong sense of justice. The excitement of not knowing what your next case will be.
Or if you'll be able to pay the monthly rent?
That is really not uncertain. This is an unpaid internship.
I feel you,
Unpaid?
sister. Now, can you let Burton know that I'd like to talk to him?
I can try, but I don't think the inspector will be receptive right now. Whom do I have to introduce?
What? Don't you recognize me? I'm the one and the only incomparable Lazarus Bundy!
You are Lazarus Bundy? They called you the Mutt at the academy.
Hey, if I get my hands on the ones calling me names...
They meant that when you take a case, you grab onto it like a dog with a bone and don't give up until it's stripped clean.
Oh, well, in that case, I cannot disagree.
I'll promptly announce you, Mr. Bundy. I'm sure Inspector Burton will be happy to receive you. Mr. Burton? Detective Bundy is here asking to meet with you. Can I let him in, sir?
Bundy, you said? Let him through.
All right, sir. You can go in, Mr. Bundy.
Thanks a lot, Miss... what's your name?
Alice. Alice Sharp, sir.
Alice. Nice name.
Alice! And what is up with the romantic music all of a sudden?
Oh, Alice.
Yes, Mr. Bundy?
Please drop the formality and call me Lars. I'm not your superior.
Okay, Mr. Lars.
Bundy, I wasn't expecting to see you here so soon.
I couldn't stay away from you for more than 12 hours, old boy. How's Isabel?
She has a hairier chest than you and more pants than me. What are you doing here?
I decided to be elusive. It didn't make sense to involve the department in a story that, up till that moment, I wanted to keep private. I still can't get used to the idea of sleeping as long as I want, and I'm struggling to fill my free time.
Don't start with your games. Nobody's buying them. I bet you're here to snoop around the Malsberg case.
I did hear something in passing on the TV. What can you tell me about it?
Nothing you can't hear on the news tonight. Normal kidnapping case. A teenage victim, Catherine Malsberg, daughter of Eric Malsberg, one of the wealthiest and most powerful men in the city. The latter details suggest 2 possible scenarios. We could be dealing with a pro, or better yet, with someone desperate who will be shaking in his boots at the first sign of a threat. Imagine, we haven't even warned Malsberg of our involvement in this investigation. We just limited ourselves to putting his phone under surveillance at the request of the police. Soon we'll get a contact, the pressure cooker will pass to the negotiator, and we can go back to dealing with the scum.
But this is a strong media impact case. Not solving it would mean compromising the reputation of the HPD.
I always liked the way you turn the tables, kid, but you won't push me into asking for your help.
Don't make me beg, old man. Give me another chance.
And then it would be another and yet another. You would never give up, and I'd find myself constantly covering your ass.
If you refer to the blowtorch case, I already thanked you 1,000 times for saving my skin from that maniac serial burner. Despite the nail-biting finale, though, the girl is safe. We can discuss protocol and procedures, but at the end of the day, that's what really counts.
Yeah.
If you had waited for backup as planned instead of going rogue, we would have saved the girl and taken our man. Now Ramos is on the lam with a rap sheet that would put a terrorist to shame and with his goddamn blowtorch.
Rap sheet? You checked the criminal records of the tenants in that building, and they were all spotless.
Because he committed his crimes under the name Hector Manchada during his stay in Mexico. Those incompetents downstairs let a man accused of rape and violence against women slip through their hands. Idiots.
That's why you need me. I never allow such a disaster.
No, you've caused a totally different one. You've been reckless. You acted without thinking, and if we're being frank, you also got beat up like a shrinking violet. Now open your ears and listen up, kid. This old Irish ass has spent most of his life within these walls and recognizes when a career has come to an end. You can't work anymore. The sooner you accept this reality, the better.
I get it, old man. You're all heart and fatherly advice. I made a mistake coming here, and it's wasted my time.
Just hear me, kid. It's not redemption you need now.